The Engineering Doctorate scheme is a British postgraduate education programme promoted by the UK's Engineering and Physical Sciences Research Council. The programme is undertaken over 4 years. Students conduct PhD equivalent research and undertake taught business and technical courses whilst working closely with an industrial sponsor. Successful candidates are awarded the degree of Doctor of Engineering and are addressed as Doctor. The first programs began in 1992. In 2009, engineering doctorate schemes were offered by 45 UK universities, both singly or in partnership with other universities as industrial doctorate centres. Students on the scheme are encouraged to describe themselves as research engineers rather than research students, and as of 2009 the minimum funding level was £1,500 higher than the minimum funding level for PhD students. Advocates of the scheme like to draw attention to the fact that ENGD students share some courses with MBA students. In the UK, a similar formation to doctorate is the NVQ8 or QCF8. However, a doctoral degree typically incorporates a research project which must offer an original contribution to knowledge within an academic subject area, an element which NVQs lack. In summary, an ENGD is essentially an engineering PhD with a solid industrial base and an additional taught element. International equivalent qualifications. Countries following the German, US model of education usually have similar requirements for awarding PhD and Doctor of Engineering degrees. History. The Engineering Doctorate scheme was established by the EPSRC in 1992 following the recommendations of the 1990 Engineering Doctorate report, produced by a working group chaired by Professor John Parnaby. The scheme was launched with 5 centres, at Warwick, UMIST and Manchester universities, and a Welsh consortium led by University College Swansea. After a 1997 review, a further tranche of 5 centres was established, and further centres were added in 2001 and 2006 following calls by EPSRC in particular areas of identified national need. In a 2006 stakeholder survey of the scheme conducted on behalf of EPSRC, it was found that the quality of output of research engineers was perceived to match or exceed that of a PhD. However, the majority of respondents disagreed with claims that ENGDs were recruited to higher paid posts than PhDs, or that ENGDs were more desirable to employers than PhDs. Observations were made that the ENGD was not widely known, and that universities may offer ENGD degrees that were not necessarily of the format promoted by the EPSRC. A March 2007 review of the EPSRC Engineering Doctorate Centres noted that since 1992, some 1230 research engineers had been enrolled, sponsored by over 510 different companies, at 22 centres based at 14 universities. The panel remained convinced of the value and performance of the ENGD scheme, and made 6 key recommendations, including clearer brand definition, academic study of the longer-term impacts of the scheme, promotion of the scheme to potential new sponsors, business sectors and work with the Engineering Council UK to develop a career path for res to chartered engineer status, creation of a virtual ENGD academy, and increased resources for the scheme. Work on establishing an association of engineering doctorates began in 2010. UK Industrial Doctorate Centres. The following EPSRC-funded centres have offered ENGDs. Centre for Digital Entertainment, Innovative and Collaborative Construction Engineering, Large-Scale Complex IT Systems, Virtual Environments, Imaging and Visualization, Bioprocess Engineering Leadership, Systems, Micro and Nanomaterials and Technologies, Nuclear Engineering, Optics and Photonics Technologies, Glasgow, St Andrews, Strathclyde and the Scottish University Physics Alliance, Sustainability for Engineering and Energy Systems. transport and the environment, molecular modeling and materials science, urban sustainability and resilience, biopharmaceutical process development, stream IDC for the water sector, systems approaches to biomedical science, technologies for sustainable built environments, formulation engineering, efficient fossil energy technologies, manufacturing technology. Engineering Doctorate Center, Center for Doctoral Training in Non-Destructive Evaluation, Advanced Forming and Manufacture, Machining Science, Matter, Manufacturing Advances Through Training. Engineering Researches, Coated, Center of Advanced Training for Engineering Doctorates, Doctoral Training Partnership in Structural Metallic Systems for Gas Turbine Applications, Engineering Doctoral Center in High-Value, Low Environmental Impact Manufacturing, Industrial Doctoral Center for Offshore Renewable Energy.